Oh. That was louder than I expected for some reason. Hey, as you might have guessed, I did side missions. Welcome back. So Maxwell's pretty good. He's got spear pokes. He hits hard. That's basically his whole thing. Ironically, he kind of just plays like a... He really just plays like a non-mounted Roland. Which makes perfect narrative sense because he is Roland's martial arts teacher. So it stands to reason that they would have essentially the same fighting style. That's actually kind of cool to see. So he's actually got a lot of the same stuff. He has a triple thrust, which is just hit for a lot of damage, which is funny because Roland has double thrust, which serves the same purpose, but again, Maxwell's better and more refined. So that's cool. Run through is exactly the same move as Rush for Roland, where he just goes through three people and ends up on the other side. He's got counter stance, which is great. Same thing that Serenoa and Eridor have, where it's just like bump them back if they get bumped. This is cool. He's actually got a little bit of a TP battery. And the one thing he has that Roland doesn't have is Lance Hurl, where he literally just becomes an archer for a second. Like, he just throws the spear, and it's great. And then there's Flanagan, who really needed to have some upgrades, and I didn't give him anything. He's alright. He really is just flying Eridor. I haven't used Aerial Assault. I couldn't figure out how to use that properly. But he does have Fortify, which is a defense increasing move, which is something I really wish Eridor had. He's also got Shielding Stance, which is nice. Shield Bash is basically the thing that Eridor is basically Provoke, only it's also an attack. So for Eridor, he uses Provoke, and for two spaces around, he can get people infuriated. Whereas Flanagan just hits somebody with his shield and does damage, and then puts them in fury. Which is good if you want them to, you know, focus him down. And then he's, yeah. And then he's really strong up front because shield. So I played with them a bit. They're both good. Like, they'll go in the rotation. Everyone's basically, we got an average level now of about 26 or so. Maybe like 25 and a half. If we're taking the mean. Medina and Roland are still 24. We got a bunch here at 25, and then yeah, I'd say the median level is probably 26 at this point, which is fine. So now it's time for upgrades. You look so happy when you're playing with those children. Yeah, great. Right. Yeah. Do you have more stuff to sell me? Like metals or whatever? The stuff I need for upgrades? No. Okay, do you have more upgrade materials for me to buy? Oh, he does, and he has a lot of them. Wow, okay. Okay, that upgrade tree is opening up. All right. Let's start by just doing the regular upgrades. Increase range of Hawk Dive. That could be really good. 10 superior... okay. I mean, Serenoa is alright. He's doing fine. Roland really needs something. Like, he's really gotta... He really needs something to stay alive. Maybe I'll just give him HP up. Because he dies a lot. Benedict... Honestly, the most important thing for Benedict is him being able to dish out upgrades, so... I could give Frederica this and then have her whole top line of upgrades done, but that's expensive. Sunfall. Cast for 1 turn. Use all TP to deal fire-type magic damage, setting the ground ablaze. The more TP consumed, the stronger the attack. They're, at the very least, they're very strong abilities. I don't know about limit breaks. I think they're all just... I mean, yep, maybe plausible? They're all really strong. Physical damage to a single enemy, lower their physical defense and magic defense for 5 turns. That's absurdly useful. Become invincible and infuriate all enemies within range for 1 turn. Okay, yeah, you know what? These are limit break class abilities. Yeah. Initially, I was thinking, like, I don't know that they're limit breaks. I think they're just another tool in the kit. But these are all absurdly powerful. Physical damage to all enemies within range and lower their TP. Intimidation. You? Intimidating? Damn, that's really tempting, actually. Alright. I'm gonna give you some stuff. Literally tempting, yes. You know what? I use you enough as a healer where, like, bumping that up so you do more healing is actually pretty worth it. Yeah, I could really use for Archibald to be able to, like, move a little bit. That would be quite nice. Speed also good. I'm sure as hell using him enough. Not enough iron for Maxwell. Izana... Yeah, I do want to focus on being less squishy. I believe that speed is just turn speed. I think it's the initiative stat. Because as we can see with Milo, evasion is a separate stat. But honestly, that's an assumption of mine. I don't know that for sure. Piccoletta is so incredibly useful for how little we've invested in her. Max HP up 10 means the decoy lives longer. I mean, yeah, you can get some stuff. I can get you an indestructible stone. I mean, it's right there. The only problem with this, the more TP consumed, the stronger the attack. So theoretically, it's gonna do the most damage when you use it at full charge. But I am constantly casting when she's out on the field. This I want. Yes, movement. Decrease TP cost moment of truth by 1. That makes it essentially free. Power of Love, tempt all enemies within range for 1 turn. I would rather have one that works consistently. Honestly, fine. Increased damage dealt when exploiting an enemy's weakness. But does that mean like a critical hit? Because you don't have like elemental skills to exploit a weakness. So I guess we're doing this. All right. Now that we've spent the resources we have, Let's buy more resources. I'm tempted to go all in on the basic materials. I mean, I need a lot of them at this point. All right, we still got some left. I think I can... Yeah, we can do this. I mean, it would be nice to have a bunch more of the top level upgrades, but like... Oh, wait, hang on. Also these. Wait, what was that? Truth be told, I trained Anna some years back. Didn't have much of a choice. She was shy, that one, but she never takes no for an answer. What, in archery? Anything that's on a horse has a weakness to spears. That makes sense. Yeah, because I've mostly seen it with, you see it with certain elements on certain types of, on certain mages, but you also see it for, like, archers on hawks. But I was not making the connection between, like, something has a weakness to spears. All right. Honestly, if we can get Serenoa less melted by things, that's a good use of resources. Hewitt doesn't really miss, so I'm not super worried about accuracy. More blinding is good, though. That's really north, though. Yeah. Hmm? I mean, yeah, that's a lot. Strength really... I haven't upgraded strength because I feel like it's just attack damage. But then this is attack damage. Like weapon damage. But I guess is weapon damage just on regular attacks? I've been hesitant to upgrade it. Cause I feel like it's just attack, but then like if that's just attack, then why do you upgrade the weapon? Dude, you're way too squishy. Still. One thing I'm kind of looking at when I upgrade is, like, who needs a buff? Like, there's a lot of characters that I use a lot that I could give a buff to, but like, if they're already strong... Oh, yes. Oh, yes, please. I hate having to wait to lay down spring traps. So now we don't have to. So I kind of look at it like, if the character's already strong and they're already doing decent damage, what am I really getting out of upgrading them further? I try not to use ball toss. Like, that could be useful, but I never use Piccoletta. I never use ball toss, because if I use ball toss, then I'm, by nature, not saving up for her next decoy. Oh, wow, immunity to be knocked back. That's interesting, although with you being on a bird, it's not really that important. If you're a tank, be a tank. Alright, let's run through again. See, like, I could give Anna more upgrades to give her more speed, more defense... Make Surmount free. But I don't need more out of her. She's doing fine. Huette, I could give defense or HP, but she never gets hit. I guess let's see what's up with this. And you know what? You get hit with stuff often enough, maybe ice resistance would do us some good. Luck up. Luck up. And magic defense up. Sure. I'm kind of just throwing them around at this point. Like, someone needs these damn upgrades. I'd rather you just bonk. Oh, do I have a thing for this? Oh, apparently I just have obsidian. Did someone need that? Or did I just buy one for no reason? Or did I buy one for him, but then wasn't able to use it? Well, sure? Oh, that worked out beautifully. I'm out of materials and money. Good times. It's kind of inexcusable that I don't have Piccoletta and Lionel upgraded. But we'll get there. Here comes another character. Wouldn't even surprise me at this point. Yeah, I bought all that. Okay. This has been stream opening upgrades. And here comes more character stories. So I guess we unlock more of their stories by giving them upgrades? So does that mean we only get to see the end of their...
Right mind sends an old man on a scouting mission. Oh, goddess, take me. I can't wait to retire.
You were retired. You said you wanted to come back. Also, why did we send an old man on a scouting mission? So, does this mean then that we have to, like, fully upgrade characters to get their full character arc? Because that's a lot.
Of course, I can't very well do so until the war is over.
You could, though.
What will you do once it is?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that. That's a death flag.
I can't say I have any plans in particular. But there is one regret I'd like to remedy.
No!
I'd like to find my first love. I still dream of her. Even all these years later.
Oh, that's sweet, actually.
She was the general of the Frosty forces during the siege of the Citadel of the Sands. The turning point of the Salt Iron War, that was.
Wait.
I never learned her name. We were enemies, yes, but it was clear from the battle we waged how much we admired one another.
Hold on. Wait. No. Hold. Wait. So, you, a minister of the Saintly Seven, and the leader of the Frosty forces besieging your hometown, didn't know each other's names, didn't speak to each other, tried to kill each other, and that's love. That's love, because yeah, we admired each other so much that we wanted to kill each other a lot.
She caught a beautiful figure on the battlefield. Her every movement was majestic. More than anything, she was a fearsome warrior. Truly, there is none in the world like her. I wonder what might have been had we met in a tavern instead of as enemies.
I see. I hope you can find her then.
I mean, oh. So, like, so it's not really so much a first love, so much as just, like, you saw someone and had a crush. Like, I feel like those are different things. I feel like a first love is someone that you should have had a conversation with.
As do I. As do I.
Here she is now.
Well, looky here. Easy mark.
You could not be more
Let's
wrong.
get them before they wise up.
There.
He saw us? Well, we're too far away. Ain't humanly possible. Monster!
How did you sense those bandits from such a distance?
Is that a far distance? Because it looks like about 50 feet.
Till this war is over, I've only begun to fight.
I can see you mean that.
Ah, that's it. I know what I'm going to do when we're done fighting. I'll travel the land till I find the Frosty general who caught my eye.
Didn't we already establish that?
Strange, but I sense her presence wherever I go. Might be she's closer than I think. If that's the case, I'd better do what I can to end this war, and fast. Time to work twice as hard for an early retirement.
It's farther than the camera, which is the edge of vision. You know what? That's fair. Oh, you know what? I'm probably getting these character stories because I did side missions.
Thank you for journeying all this way to assist us, Medina. I fear the heals in this region are otherwise occupied today. You have my apologies.
No need to apologize. You may call on me whenever you're in need.
Yeah, she likes it.
I have 2 wounded here.
Like now. We're in need now.
One of our own, and an S. Frosty.
The cause of all our strife in the flesh.
Here we go.
Treating the enemy first. Have you lost your mind?
His wound is far more grievous. We must tend to him or he will die.
What fealty have we to those who robbed us of our king? Who would drive us to ruin?
We may have no fealty to his nation, but we have a duty to him, as a man whose life depends on us. Leave your talk of allies and enemies on the battlefield. It has no purchase in a place of medicine. So long as I practice the healing arts, it is my duty to save them both.
Damn it.
They should be able to get some rest now.
That was incredible, Medina. I am sorry for what I said earlier. I was not myself.
All is forgiven. At one time, I would not have challenged you.
Would that I had your courage.
You can. Simply keep your desire to help those in need first and foremost in your mind. The rest is sure to follow.
So it mirrors the dilemma that she ran into with the Roselle and Hyzant. Where she was like, the Roselle's injuries are severe. If we don't treat him, he'll die. And the Hyzantian doctors were like, who gives a shit? All right, I'm ready. Oh, wow, okay. I guess we'll save our current progress. I mean, I basically already did, but...
You are certain Hyzant's army marches for the Grand Norzelian mines?
There is no doubt.
They've heard word of the crystals.
It was only a matter of time. We knew this.
Esfrost's army gathers at Twins Gate as well.
War's breaking out over this thing, and we've got to be ready.
How will Glenbrook respond, King Roland?
There's no need to prepare for war. I have decided that we will surrender the salt crystals to the holy state of Hyzant.
What?
Furthermore, I hereby declare that the kingdom of Glenbrook and its people shall submit to the goddess and her teachings. There is no way to bring happiness to all Norzelia with the salt crystals. Which is why I have chosen a path that will allow the greatest number of people to live in equality and harmony.
How could you? Do you not see that Hyzant's dominion over Norzelia's salt is why we are in conflict already? Is the suffering of the Roselle not proof enough that the goddess's vaunted equality is a lie?
She speaks the truth, my king. handing over the salt crystals is tantamount to giving Hyzant's goddess free reign of Norzelia.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Will you so readily surrender the realm to the Hierophant?
I acknowledge the abdication of my kingdom and kingship alike. A small price to pay in my eyes. In
You're
exchange for the security
wrong!
and prosperity of the many.
And the sacrifice of the Roselle, is that a small price to you?
It is to him!
It is.
Wow!
How could you say such a thing to my face?
Whoa! He didn't even bargain with it! Wow!
That's rough, buddy.
This is so much worse than when Benedict was like, let's just turn them over for now. Roland is like, let's turn them over forever and admit they were right.
I, for one, oppose. I would prefer to ally with Esfrost and strike back at Hyzant. The salt deposits within the mines give us the leverage we need to convince Gustadolf to join us.
Ally with Esfrost? You dare suggest we ally with the man who murdered my father?
That is a little rough.
I see no reason why we should not. You proposed abdicating the throne for the sake of the kingdom and its people. So you should have no trouble putting aside your own feelings and judging this matter dispassionately.
I cannot believe my own ears. I will not have you lecture me on feelings when it is not your father he murdered.
None of you can see beyond your own grievances. It's no wonder my people have suffered for generations. We're told to believe in the goddess, while our own lives are thrown away to make a few more grains of your precious salt. And now, even with proof that the goddess is a lie, you would watch us dig our own graves for your comfort.
Lady Frederica, please. We shall speak of the Roselle in due
No! No! The time is now!
No, I've heard that before. Your due time is never, and I will not have you cast us aside for another 3 decades or more. All else is in disarray. If Hyzant seizes the salt crystals, we forfeit the best opportunity in decades to free my people.
This is a good seething monologue. This line gave me chills. This?
No, I've heard that before. Your due time is never, and I will not have you cast us aside for another 3 decades or more.
Whew.
We know the truth. We must act upon it. We must be a light in the darkness.
We cannot afford to dilute our forces when the enemy marches on us as we speak.
So we are a distraction to you?
I am merely being rational. Liberating the Roselle would be extremely dangerous. We cannot take such a risk. Suppose we succeed. How do you propose we fend off the fury Hyzant will rain down upon us?
Esfrost would pounce on us, sensing weakness at the undue burden we've taken upon ourselves.
Precisely. We would be without allies and ripe for the taking.
I don't care.
There is another way.
And what, pray tell, would that be?
We set out alongside the Roselle in search of Centralia.
Centralia is a myth.
The legends of my people are true.
I care not one whit if they are. I will hear no talk of forsaking the Wolffort domain.
Silence! I have heard enough to know where each of you stand. Do you all hold the courage of your own convictions?
I do.
Nothing I've heard here has swayed me.
I feel the same.
Very well. but know that a choice must be made. There can only be one way forward. Face the scales of conviction and prepare to make peace with the outcome.
I mean, I don't know if they're gonna make peace with the outcome or if they're just gonna split. But we take today may well open a rift between us. Nevertheless, it must proceed, and I'm prepared to accept its outcome. Everyone is undecided, except for the leaders of their respective visions. Who the fuck are you? I think King Roland, Lady Frederica, and Sir Benedict's convictions will diverge so greatly after all this time. Just between you and me, what do you make of their plans? I know. Imagine being like the servant or the fly on the wall listening to this argument, and you're just like, whoa, this is some big shit. Benedict plans to use Esfrost's ideals of freedom to ascend to the top of... So, yeah, throw in with Esfrost, throw in with Hyzant, or fucking don't. Man, if I hadn't come into today having already made this decision, that conversation would have made it very, very clear. But in reality, humans usually only act in their own best interest, even if it means turning a blind eye to the suffering of others. Lady Frederica is a strong woman to stand up for what is right. You right. Ignoring their plight now would be shameful, especially knowing what we do of their innocence. Everyone's choices are deeply rooted in their convictions. It makes me wonder if they'll be able to abide by the Scales' decision. Falls to you to lead everyone down the right path. Wish for all of us to walk astride the same path as we always have. We won't, though. Cannot help but feel that our greatest battle lies ahead, regardless of which path you choose. I know this may not be the best time to say so, but... my wife gave birth to our first child not a few days ago. You are a father before a soldier. It is your duty to protect your own house before that of Wolffort. You would allow me to leave House Wolffort at a time like this? Why not? I'm going to. But of course, before you do, though, allow me to thank you for all you have done for our house. I wish you and your family every happiness. Thank you. It's an honor to call you my lord. All right. There's no conversing to happen here.
Serenoa.
Let's give Hyzant the salt crystals, cow Esfrost, and unite all Norzelia in the name of the goddess, else we were... You don't even believe in the... Roselle will continue to suffer, it's true, but this will end war as we know it, and countless more... It won't! It literally won't! Like, there's infighting in Hyzant right now!
I have made my decision.
Like, you're just wrong. Like, even supposing that the long-term sacrifice of an entire race of people was justified because of this, you know, this, like, hyper-utilitarian future. Even supposing that that was a worthwhile sacrifice. The very premise that you're the very premise that you're aiming for is wrong. You're already talking about cowing Esfrost, so that means that you're going to turn everything over to Hyzant, and then with your combined forces, you'll crush Esfrost and bring them in, and then there will be rebellion, because Esfrosty remnants will fight back and won't want to be taken over. There's like, and then like, the same kind of like infighting and corruption and shit that we've already seen from Hyzant will just continue and to build up to a fever pitch, and with no outside threats of war, those internal strifes will have more and more momentum to build up to civil war shit, and then it'll split again. Like, war continues. War never changes.